The recording stopped as I predicted, and you got most of the massive plot. Still, there is still a little bit more, and then we will resume to our objective.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made a catchy kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Lazy fucking assholes.
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
She really fancies me. It was close though.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news.
I can see Makoto
We
having
made sure to
feelings.
live normal lives while he was being
better feelings for me.
interrogated to avoid drawing any
I got a
suspicion.
feeling.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
And definitely
Well,
from.
I knew right away that her plan worked out.
Oh, I bet you
I
did.
wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You
Thank
saved
you.
me, after all.
Thank you.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave.
Yeah.
Plus, you won't make much progress.
So basically,
if
I
we
can't go to
hear
school
you
as
from
well.
downstairs.
So,
It's
yay!
not like this place is the
But
liveliest
no.
joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Well.
That sounds familiar.
Oh no! You forgot about me too now, bitch? Hmm.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story. the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in him yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Anyway, like I was trying to say...
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current
Sojo
position and
knows
popularity
the name.
is just him benefiting.
He's going to
from
give
the
us
mental
a little bit
collapses.
more info.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
Because he knows
I
him
had a
personally.
feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties.
There we go.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes
No.
Prime Minister?
There,
What about the
I think
world?
there's... I don't know who else knows
The
Shido,
issue
but
is
so
simpler
far...
than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish
It's
adult
Sojo
trying
so
to
far.
impose his will on
knows
the
him.
public.
But
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah.
the
do it
only
like
one
always.
thing...
Then let's check the nav.
The only one thing is...
Masayoshi Shido,
I need
the
to
guy
do
running
a
for Prime
crazy
Minister.
amount of preparing. So
Got a hit.
I will have to sacrifice a few good number of
Duh,
days
ain't a surprise
to
he has
order.
one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of
I know
dirty
one
money and
keyword,
shady actions.
but we're not gonna do it.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Oh, I know. It's the diet building.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Oh yeah, it's about fucking time. I want my revenge back.
Hell
I want my
yeah.
life back after he put me in a
Nobody
probation.
against it?
Got me arrested for
course.
doing fucking nothing.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Oh, he will be
Let's
an
win this
easy
together.
victim for me.
Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
We'll celebrate
These people
after
tried to
we've
trap and kill
we
us.
faced up my
There is no end to their
my arch
inhuman,
enemy.
conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
And that's it.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Yeah.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Fucking crazy bastards.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turned psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
So he solves it his own way
And thus, the
after he kills him.
charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
Chosen One,
Your
my
assistance
ass.
has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Or he will probably think, oh, I want all the beautiful hot women. Oh man, Daddy, give me all the pancakes.
Well, how do I put this?
Well, looks like things are finally settling down. Life is gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest. So,
Well then.
Yeah, we've fucking got a lot of information.
So. Well, how do I put this?
So far.
Sorry.
And now we're gonna get about the whole.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kind of came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for two phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone,
There you go.
ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? It may not have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested.
Oh, fuck, thanks.
But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down?
Yeah, sure, why
Well,
not?
since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more?
Oh dear.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai, Nijima, and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to a phone inside a palace. So, I had to program the messages in beforehand. In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Wanna hear some more?
Yes,
Let's
please.
see. Another problematic thing was... Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough. I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of... Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's
Don't worry.
palace and have him
It'll-
kill the cognitive version. But Akechi
It'll
would
be
enter
over
the
soon.
palace immediately after meeting Sai Nijima in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace. Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night, then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition. Because you told Sae to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So, we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but it was Operation Tie Him Up. Though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Sai Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor.
Basically, they wanted to beat the shit out of him.
But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use Knuckles as her weapon. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
Oh, thanks. There we go. So, wait, I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna head back then.
There we go.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Yeah. It's kind of
Don't
sad.
worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Oh, thank you.
Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a
Aw.
pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
You know what?
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now.
Yeah. She'll
And
probably right
I'll
here.
even lend you a hand with that.
Huh? You're gonna lend me a hand? What? What are you gonna do? Morgana. I don't trust this. And now they're all praising Akechi again. So it was going like a back and forward. Wait, they were kind of like the public were kind of hating Akechi for being a dick and all that, and they were like, and they were all like praising us, the Phantom Thieves. But now it's like, oh, switch it over.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician
My
there
chest
is.
is actually hurting again.
Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
And this is good. Each time I see them going to the school, doing dialogue, it's perfect. I heard you went home, so I announced it during homework. But that's alright, right? It is. I just knew. Planning something with Sakamoto and the others, huh? Well, try not to get it. Try not trouble with the school or the grounds, okay? Also, make sure you keep up with your studies. I'll handle your housework. Oh, that's nice. But how are we going to get Kasumi? Because apparently Morgana said he was going to help me out with it. And yeah.
Cut that out!
Again, there's nothing we can really do. You know, there's nothing we can do. For the first couple of days. Yeah, I'm all good.
Hey.
Okay.
Alright, so this is going to be the outfit we're wearing now. This is just a temporary thing.
Alright, let's head to the diet building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
I wish I had the same hairstyle as the character.
You going out?
That's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
What? It will be an easy. It will be a quick fix.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
And I already know the answer, but
Maybe
we'll wait until
Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met.
What about a mansion?
Conditions have
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
Conditions have not been met.
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
just more cutscenes and that's
Excuse
it.
me?
But
I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
That's not the right fucking answers we're looking for.
Exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
Nah.
We should all think about this tonight.
Yeah. And I don't think I can able to do anything tonight anyway, so that's going to be a fucking trouble.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Wait, how old is he? Yeah, he's currently 53 years old. Ah, great. Not much info there, but at least we're getting some background of him.
That has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh.
Oh, it will. And again, yep, we can't do anything. Fucking great.
Nice.
So far, you know what? Let's just check this. I haven't done this for a while, so why not? Wait, what's that? I'll just use Joker. Mr. Joker. So far, we can get all of this, right? And to be honest with you, it will probably increase. No, wait, shit. I want to get all the powerful ones because I really want to try and take out that fucking fight these Reapers again. Oh, you know what? Fuck it, just buy all of them. So, since I said it showed up tiers, that's kind of cool, because that means that we can go, he will change his products all the way through each time. The only one, there is going to be a bit of a problem though. I'm only going to be doing taking a few days before we go into the palace and deal with him. So, once we start the encounter where we're going in, found out about his palace, what he thinks about the palace, what it is, then we try and make a few more extra bonds, because again, Morgana will mention that an actual thing.
Last one. Diamond mine.
No good.
How many do we miss?
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Goro Akechi. Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
Phantom thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
Too risky though.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Here we go, our moment of truth. That way,
Isn't that an
virtual me
election campaign
can
call?
finally see, oh my god,
The
it's
candidates are
him,
currently campaigning.
the one before. See?
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
It's coming back to him now. Yep. I gotta notice
Talk
that
about
what's happening
being
this one with me.
lucky. We can go check him out without an appointment now.
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way. Hurry! By the way, did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago.
We will be counting on you.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society. Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of dreams and hope.
Well,
So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world.
so full of himself. So full of fucking self.
I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail toward a happy future, together. I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
No, Luigi, don't.
Wait!
You fucking idiot.
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
What are you talking about?
moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey kid, you don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
Oh, yep, here we go.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
This ain't a show. Get lost, kid. Damn brat! I'll sue!
This man, there's no mistaking it. He's the same man as the one from before.
What are you looking at? This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future. Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
He's why I got arrested. He's the one who accused me. No, I'm gonna say that.
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Yeah, let's just get back to the others, please. This is getting way too fucking close.
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
It's definitely him.
Talk about a destined connection.
Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then. Yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
Yep.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different!
Yeah, damn right.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult.
Yeah.
It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different.
Yeah.
It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. That's the worst.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet Building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet Building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Yeah.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Yeah. My arch enemy. Can't do anything. Can't go out. Fuck. Okay.
Well then.
So.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you have to wear your school uniform, like, to go out. It will be better. It will be okay. Wear your school uniform, but have the hoodie over you. You know, makes it easier. But I don't know. I'm super triggered about that. But the good thing is, we made it. We made it to this palace. The only thing is, We are still not done. We are got 2 more palaces after this one. So, in judging the way I'm looking at it, I think the next 2 palaces are a lot more bigger between each other. And again, we don't hear any dialogue, so that's kind of sad. It'll be good. Everyone's fine, buddy. Buddy. I don't know what I said that for. Buddy. So, the people we've been bonding with, we'll get with quite a lot of them. We'll get quite a lot of them come back. Like, for example, now, I'm fine. Which is pretty weird, but I don't know about it.
Security guards became suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long. But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier after all?
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Ah, shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
He wants to become Prime Minister, even if it means trampling on others. Fortune, rich people.
Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
So, if you remembered in the maybe the very first two episodes, when that word steer, that was highlighted red. But now, I know what it is, and it's not like a plane, it's not like a car. Yeah, I don't think you can steer. Well, technically that could be, but no, it's a ship.
It was a match?
And I can tell you right now, this Paris that we're coming into right now
What
is
kind of scenery will that be? The actual buildings on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Bit of a pain in the
Well,
ass.
whatever it is, looks like
It's
there are
easy,
no barriers.
but it's a bit of a trick.
hurry up
You have
and
to
go
like go
in.
back and forward like
Are
a
we clear
yo-yo
of the
at
guard's
times.
sight?
Get closer to the wall just in case. Alright, do it.
Like, you need to go back and forward it. You have to pull a few switches now and then. Some of the shadows layment.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
But this time, the Diet building remains unchanged.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different.
Yeah.
That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on, let's go take a look.
Here we go. And it's kind of sad
How's it
the
look
way
over there?
he
See
views
anything?
it and he thinks it. Shido. So.
I'll check it out.
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
They're on a fucking boat. And the way this cognition is massively disordered. Distortion is like crazy. Like anytime that ship passes through a building, it sunks it.
Sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
Pure fucking evil.
This is bullshit. A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well.
Oh, I
Yet
bet
he
he
still
did.
aided Shido.
What in the world is he thinking?
Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward, my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
Let's go.
All right.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
But we don't
Let
get a
the
deadline
infiltration
saying
begin.
mission starts, so it
Time to
just
pay him
shit.
back for setting us up into a trap.
Which I don't think. I really don't think. But
Wait.
yeah, and our course hasn't changed, so once we get through these doors, we will be. Our course will automatically change. So here we go.
Indeed.
Now, going through here, the puzzles around this is a bit trolly, but it's easy. But the full layout for the palace itself is completely massive, right? It's like a big giant maze. And the shadows that you confront here are worth getting as well. Like and I'm kind of curious what will the elite shadow is guarding the will seed, so I'm kind of curious about this, which again I will have to find the will seeds in here. It will be beyond crazy if I manage to nail this, but on the safe side I think I'm going to look for a guide to find the will seeds. But oh, what time? Wait, okay, we can still record quite a good bit. So yeah, welcome to this douchebag's palace, and it's fucking huge. So far we don't have a proper map where
Somewhere.
like it's huge and it's crazy. Like what the fuck? And you can see him now popping up. And as always, 40% off for that. But we weren't able to go that far, if I remember, because we're going to have to defeat a certain shadow. People, apparently that thing's called Cerberus. It's 8 Cerberus. It looks like a giant white lion with a metal tail, or like kind of like a scorpion type tail.
It's time. Black Frost. You're mine.
Ooh, Joker!
I definitely thought, and I knew for a fact that I was going to go for this fucking bastard thing. The worst mistake was he pales fire, but well he gets health back by fire attacks, but ice attacks.
Is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained.
Indeed. Those privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team.
Ooh. Oh. Loyal dickheads.
People. Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship.
They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make him see what this ship really is.
Right. So, we're not done yet. Oh shit. see him there. We're going to be getting some of these shadows, which is pretty funny regarding, but we'll see. Yeah.
We're done here. Let's go. Good work,
I'm
everyone.
kind of overpowered, so this is going to be a bit of a problem. Not a big problem. When what I will do is though I will be finding how to create the weaker personas and try and get a few personas, some of the big powerful personas ready. However, when it comes to bonding with a few arcanas that I still need to do, which
There's a chest.
I will be working on. I will be working on. So what we're gonna do is we are going to capture this guy's ass. There we go.
That's our queen. Freeze.
Join my cause. Oh, that was easy. Me Cerberus. You ain't Cerberus, dude. You don't have 3 heads. Oh, sorry, 2 heads on you.
Your
The
power's
fucker, I think of you.
incredible, Joker.
Take you with me. Some of the personas that you get in this, it can be very interesting. Like, I'm still kinda curious about how come there was no that many, you know, new personas that was shown. Like, for example, in Mother Army, there was a weird diamond block thing. Oh, wait, it'll be the Taba's Palace that had that.
Show me your true form.
And we still a wee bit annoyed with.
Watch out. That one's dangerous.
Right, that didn't go for it.
This is your chance. Hit him where it hurts. You want us. Nice. Sometimes you just want to explode.
Wait,
The enemy
ice.
is weak against ice.
Right,
Don't
ice,
worry,
okay.
we're stronger.
Go down.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Anyway. So we got some good shit and good money for that, so, I mean, sometimes the money outcome from this is kind of alright at times, but, and our goal, there's another goal in this, is to try and find the treasure demon as well, so, hopefully we can find them, because if I find them, I'm going to use the special attack move. Right, so we got these two now, so I don't know.
I don't know its weak point.
I'm just going to be
Trial and error
careful.
time.
Fuck, I don't know. Can it be electric?
This one.
Let's try it.
An enemy frozen. Let's shatter it in one strike. Shut down.
Oh, okay.
I got this. Persona. Get wrecked.
Please be right. Okay. Fuck. No.
It isn't a major threat, but don't use electric
So he's.
attacks.
You know what? I didn't realize he only had one fucking move. Jesus Christ, that's weird.
Using this.
Try fire. Yep.
You sure showed me.
Okay. Wait, now I know. Next time.
This one's timid. Don't beat around the bush. You'll scare it even more.
I am not messing around. So sometimes I will end up making pot shots, that, well, warning shots now and then, but I need to have more personas. I need to have powerful ones ready to get ready for the big fights. Because if you think this is a big fight, this is not. It's not.